Ladies and gentlemen, hold onto your nerves, charge your phones, and find a seat because the internet has officially exploded. This is the reason why Claressa Shields, the knockout queen and Gia Watt, just kissed Papoose on Instagram to confirm that she is in love. Her romance was unexpected, and she did it with a certain confidence that says, Remy, now let's get this straight. Papoose, the man who built a legacy off loyalty and love. For example, Remy Ma is now kissing a two-time Olympic gold medalist as if it were nothing, with the caption, "Mine red heart." The shade wasn't just implied, it was practically screaming from the screen. Wasn't a paparazzi leak or a rumor. It was a full-blown Instagram confession with kiss included, and the internet couldn't handle it. Is this a rebound, a new era, or a savage replacement? The situation on Instagram wasn't a soft launch. Rather, it was a relationship bomb dropped in. Real time, and the social media streets are still trying to recover. It began as a typical Tuesday afternoon when fans were going about their business, influencers were oversharing, and nobody anticipated what was about to hit their screens. It's messy, public, and oh baby, we have receipts. Let's break it all down and start at the top. Shields, the unbeaten boxing champion and self-described GW, decided to open her Instagram story and post a video clip that would cause a collective meltdown in the hip-hop and sports world. The video showed her and Papoose, yes, Remy Ma's Papoose, the same Papoose who once stated on national television that no woman could ever replace Remy, the man whose entire brand was founded on devotion, loyalty, and black love. The brand recently underwent a rebranding because, in that clip, Claressa leaned in, Papoose closed his eyes, and their lips met as if in a cinematic finale. However, the film was rated M for messy, and the caption read, "Mine redart, no questions, no confusion." Boom! The microphone dropped, and the phone threw, and within minutes, fans rushed to screen record the story, which was reposted on every blog from the Shade Room to memes about ringside gossip, appeared more quickly than Twitter. Could load, and the hashtags number cliphusk, #ReMyBlock, and number kiss of the century began trending worldwide. However, been simmering in the background for months. Remember that 3 months ago at the ESPN Awards show, Claressa walked the red carpet. The red carpet alone, but fans noticed Papoose lurking in the background like a low-budget paparazzi. Some even said they left the venue only 5 minutes apart at the time, which was dismissed. Perhaps he was supporting her as a fellow celebrity, but now that this kiss is behind us, everything is starting to line up, and fans are conducting CSI-level investigations using timestamps, facial angles, and even shoe reflections. Let's go back even further. Furthermore, 2 months ago, during a podcast interview, Claressa was asked if she was dating anyone. Her response, "I'm not saying no names, but let's just say he got bars, he got loyalty, and he knows how to hold a woman." "Down, excuse me," screamed Papoose Energy. However, the most telling hint was a leaked direct message screenshot purportedly between Papoose and Claressa that appeared just last week. In the messages a user saved as Boxing Glove Queen C Boxing Glove wrote, "Don't stress it, I'm not here to replace anyone. I'm just here to love you better." Fans argued over whether the screenshot was real or artificial intelligence, AI. But after today's kiss, it feels incredibly real. Additionally, since rumors of trouble in paradise began to circulate, Remy Ma has been incredibly quiet about Papoose, posting no anniversary pictures or recent photos, and for someone who once made it her full-time job to flaunt that black love, bond, and the silence has been louder than any diss track. Now, Claressa literally enters the conversation with a kiss, a claim, and a caption that leaves no room for misunderstanding. But this is where it gets even more interesting. Immediately after Claressa uploaded the kiss clip to her Instagram story, Papoose reposted it with the same caption, "Mine red art." No questions, no confusion. That's right. Not a denial, not a rebuttal. Not a, I thought this man was the last real person standing. But now that he's reposted the video of him kissing Claressa Shields, I feel like I've been deceived by the speech balloon, which loudly made it look like the innocent one. The man's claim that he just won the championship belt caused a digital earthquake, and fans' reactions went crazy. Remy needs to come out swinging or go into hiding, but Papoose and Claressa are unconcerned. Later that night, they shared a photo of themselves together, smiling and putting their arms around each other at what appeared to be a private dinner event. There were no captions, just vibes, and fans were divided. Half of them were rooting for the new couple, calling it unexpected, but hot, while the other half were screaming heartbreak and betrayal. Retake her throne, but while fans were losing it and blogs were stoking the flames, the real story was only getting started because more behind-the-scenes tea texts, voicemails, and even purported hotel footage are being leaked by anonymous sources, which could fundamentally alter our perception of this romantic triangle. And guess what? One of those sources says Claressa and Papoose were together when Remy still thought they were working on, as if the public kiss and double reposts weren't enough. Their marriage, yes, this wasn't just a new love story, could be a cold betrayal in a designer dress. The internet detectives, also known as fans, who had access to Wi-Fi and too much time, went into overdrive and stopped merely observing from the sidelines. They were hunting down Claressa and Papoose's social media accounts, combing through old videos, and comparing timestamps as if it were the FBI Academy final exam. The first thing they discovered was a set of leaked direct messages purporting to show Papoose's charming conversation with Claressa while publicly asserting his devotion to Remy. One of the messages read, "You're the calm I didn't know I needed. You don't question me, you just understand." Another said, "I never meant to fall for you, but now that I have, I'm not letting go, yikes." Not only was this textbook emotional cheating, but it was also time-stamped March 2025, which, if you recall, that was the exact month that Remy and Papoose posted about rebuilding privately. The betrayal was not subtle, rather it was calculated. But wait, there's more. A slightly distorted voicemail began to circulate, and 89% of fans were certain that it was Papoose's voice saying, "Ray's not who y'all think she is. I've been playing this loyal husband for the world, but I'm tired. I want something real." It sounded like a confession, as if he was practicing his truth. And to be honest, it sounded like a man who was already gone. Then came the hotel footage, which purportedly showed Papoose entering a suite under Claressa's reservation at 1:14 a.m. via hallway camera screenshots leaked by an anonymous employee of a posh hotel in Atlanta, and departing 6 hours later wearing a new sweatshirt. The internet questioned the authenticity of the grainy pictures, but Claressa's finally, the fans did the math. One gossip page even made a timeline chart that mapped all the overlaps between Claressa's appearances and Papoose's mysterious absences from public events with Remy. At this point, public opinion was exploding. The Instagram story that same night showed her in that exact suite with the caption, "Peace. Swinging, she deserves love too, and you guys have been criticizing her while Remy ghosted him. Papoose is grown, and if he had wanted to stay, he would have. But Team Remy Ma wasn't going down without a fight after everything she had done for him. He was going to switch sides, like that time Remy held him down in prison. And now he's out here playing stepdaddy to Clarissa's career. They haven't even gotten divorced yet, and he's already cuddling up ringside with someone else." The most confusing of all the messages was, "Ain't nobody loyal out here, just actors and actresses keeping the cameras rolling." Fans immediately questioned whether Papoose was referring to her, wondering if she was jealous that Claressa had won, or if she was just stoking the flames for attention. Play up under my man like I'm dumb. At the time, no one took it seriously. Instead, they assumed it was about industry snakes. However, fans are now certain that she was referring to Claressa. Let's examine for a moment. Claressa and Remy were cool. They interacted in public before there were pictures, red carpet greetings, and laughter. If Claressa was actually creeping behind the scenes with Ray's man, that's not just betrayal. It's savagery on a soap opera level. An anonymous insider purporting to be from Remy's circle spoke to a blog under the name BX Ruth and revealed this shocking information. Remy discovered months ago that she was devastated and didn't want to give anyone the satisfaction of witnessing her collapse online. According to this source, Remy attempted to save the relationship through private therapy, distance, and possibly even legal separation. But Papoose was already emotionally checked out and had already moved in on Claressa's side of the ring. The internet did not hold back. This isn't just cheating, it's betrayal. Remy gave him a legacy, and Claressa gave him a filter and a rebound from bars to heartbreak. Papoose is done in the culture. Nevertheless, some people were supporting Claressa, whom her fans referred to as empowering, bold, and unapologetically in love. They shared videos of her boxing victories with the words, "Get your man, sis. She didn't steal him. She upgraded him." The argument had spread beyond comments to TikTok podcasts, Twitter spaces, and even celebrity panels. The pressure was mounting when the biggest move yet occurred. A screenshot of a court filing purporting to be a petition for legal separation with the names Reminisce Mackey and Shamil Mackey appeared. The document was unclear and unconfirmed, but it was sufficient to break the timeline that Remy Ma hadn't said a word. As fans were getting ready to lament the end of a legendary hip-hop love story, Claressa Shields went live again with her, hair styled with sharp edges. She was wearing one of Papoose's trademark black love hoodies when she looked into the camera, grinned, and said, "Mad I kissed my man? Wait, you see what's next?" The screen went black. And that's where part 3 happened. When we left off, Claressa Shields had just concluded her jaw-dropping Instagram live by calling Papoose my man while casually sporting his black love hoodie like it was a championship belt. If the kiss started the storm, that live stream was the scene. This is because Claressa didn't just steal the show, she might have just rewritten Remy and Papoose's entire legacy. The next move could be in a courtroom, a recording booth, or both. Hurricane. Warning. But the true question everyone had was, where is Remy Ma? Because up until this very moment at precisely 9:43 a.m., Remy had not tweeted, posted, or performed any freestyles, while Claressa and Papoose were out here posting pictures, exchanging hearts, and grinning like a chaotic couple on a reality show. Remy Ma broke her silence 2 days following the widely shared kiss by posting a series of black and white images on Instagram without a statement. Herself in a studio booth, one hand on her headphones, the other wiping a single tear from her face. Slide 4, a notebook with the words, "Sometimes they forget who held the crown before they could walk." The comment section exploded, asking whether it was a diss track brewing that was going to put everyone in a verse and leave no survivors with broken hearts. It wasn't Remy Ma crying in the booth, and the culture was about to change. Bloggers called it a silent nuke, and fans called it the quiet before the lyrical storm. And all of a sudden, Claressa's Instagram kiss began to feel like the first bell in a fight that Remy was now prepared to end. However, before Remy could officially respond, another layer of chaos was dropped. Papoose's team released a statement on his Instagram story, and no, it wasn't an apology or even a denial. Rather, it was a cold corporate two-liner. Love changes, life changes, respect everyone involved, and give us room to grow, bro. While lip-locking on Instagram, you were caught kissing Claressa Shields in 4K, and now you're posting inspirational quotes on motivational posters as though you're a life coach. The internet wasn't impressed, sir. This isn't growth, it's public embarrassment. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more intense, a short clip from a leaked song appeared online. Fans immediately started trending Remy returns and distracting come, with the general consensus being that she's locked in, the gloves are off, and Claressa may have won one round, but the real fight is just getting started. The lyrics, unmixed but obviously Remy Ma's voice, read, "You kissed a boxer, thought that meant you had a hand slash, but I've been knocking folks out since Terror Squad stands gave you a throne. I bled from the mouth. Phew." Claressa, meanwhile, refused to back down. Oh no, she posted fan comments referring to her as the new queen. She also shared gym selfies with captions like "training for the haters," and even responded to one commenter with, "You mad? I took your fave's favorite face," blowing a kiss. This was no longer just tabloid drama. It began to seep into professional settings. Sources close to the upcoming BET Hip Hop Awards revealed that producers were considering canceling a joint tribute show that was scheduled to include Papoose and Remy Ma because of concerns that the couple would cause tension on the job site. It gets more intense. There are now rumors that Claressa Shields is being courted for a reality show deal called Heart of a Champion, which would focus on her relationship with Papoose and her ascent beyond boxing. According to boxing insiders, producers are counting on the drama to increase viewership. One insider told Tease Pill Daily, "The show is pitched as love, legacy, and revenge. It's giving black love flipped upside down." Remy Ma, on the other hand, is taking a different approach. According to sources, she is working on a full visual EP called The Last Wife Standing, which is directed by none other than Benny Boom. The EP is said to chronicle her rise, betrayal, and what happens when legends are put to the test. Meanwhile, Papoose Radio is no longer silent. Stories, no interviews, just lurking in the shadows of two women who are now using him as either a trophy or a cautionary tale. Public opinion turned intense, and fan blogs conducted shocking polls. 61% of respondents said Claressa was doing too much, while 29% said Remy Ma deserved better, and 10% actually supported the new pairing, flushed, faces and all. Even celebrities began chiming in, and I'm not saying anything, but loyalty matters. At this point, the story had evolved beyond a messy breakup or a new love story to become a cultural moment involving a clash of generations' values and egos. As much as people tried to take sides, we were all just watching in shock because what began was real. Lilo Remy is the blueprint. You all better watch how you play with legends because some people love fame more than family. This story isn't finished because when the streets speak, when the pen bleeds, and when two women fight for respect, only one gets to keep the mic, and only one gets to walk away with the story. As A Kiss turned into a story about betrayal, exposure, legacy, passion, and how quickly love turns toxic when the world is watching, all eyes are on Remy's next drop. Will she go full diss mode, walk away like a queen, or give Papoose one last chance? Following the kiss, the captions, the clapbacks, the leaks, and now a potential diss track loading. We must ask who is truly winning in this situation. Is Claressa Shields just a married woman asserting her rights without expressing regret? Or did she go too far by kissing the man who created a legacy with someone else? Is Papoose confused and overwhelmed? Or is he simply caught enjoying the limelight more than the woman who supported him during his darkest moments? Remember the legend, lyricist, and woman who remained strong when the industry turned against her. Remy Ma. Is she ready to make the comeback of the decade? Or is she done playing games with people who don't respect her throne? Please share your thoughts in the comments section with the hashtags #Team Remy, #Team Claressa, or #Team Toxic Speech Bubble. Do you think this new love is genuine or just a messy one? If you love drama and want to stay up to date, subscribe. At Gossip. Spill Vibe, the tea is always boiling and the receipts are kept locked and loaded on a mobile phone with Arrow. See you in the next scandal.